Okay guys, well I am on a recording hot streak today, and I have been for the last day or so. I am recording this video on July 20th, 2025 at approximately 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For context, I don't really want to beat around the bush too much with setup for this, so I just want to say, as per usual, please consider following the guidance of any of the various signs down here. So at the time of this video's recording, I don't exactly know how true the following statements are going to be, but for a good number of years there, a sequel to Shin Godzilla was all the rage in the online spaces that I routinely lurk on. Most of the time, this takes the form of Twitter/X discussion, although I do not know to what extent I am in tune with Kaiju Twitter, Godzilla Twitter specifically. But some time ago, when exactly I do not remember, I stumbled upon artwork relating to Shin Godzilla that I wish to highlight in this video. I do not claim any ownership over any of the artwork that I am about to showcase. All credit goes to, in all capital letters, at Kin_Machina, who is currently Let Me Cook on Twitter/X, because this person created artwork of what they concepted of a humanoid Godzilla. I'm going to use my own creative faculties here and say this probably is what Kin Machina envisioned the fifth form of Shin Godzilla looking like. And obviously it's very humanoid, but it has been theorized for years by Godzilla fans that Shin Godzilla was attempting to become a humanoid of some kind in its fifth form, perhaps mimicking the genetic material of the biologist Goro Maki. I will link the tweet/post that I am presently viewing in the description if you wish to see the full-blown, full-scale image. I am also going to include a link to an archive of the tweet/post in the description as well. I don't see why Kin Machina would take this artwork down, especially considering how ridiculously high quality it is, but I like to archive things just for the sake of permanence. In a later tweet, which Kin Machina posted the next day, he outlined a little bit more, which I will also link in the description. You can't see it due to the way that my layout is cutting off the image here, but again, check out the post in the description. It looks like the fifth form of Godzilla is approximately 2.5 meters tall. I personally prefer the idea that the fifth form Shin Godzillas grow to be massive in size, but I think that's partly because I just really like this design and feel like it would be really cool to see in an official Godzilla related product. I have to say, massive support and credit to Kin Machina for coming up with this design for the fifth form Shin Godzilla. For the record, this is not an official design. This is entirely a fan-made machination, and none of it is original to me or this channel. I found this stuff just browsing Twitter/X in my own spare time, but as I did before with Taiaki's Showamuto design, I felt like it deserves to be highlighted. And Kin Machina even expressed in that second post, quote, "I could share more of this since y'all like it. I have a whole lore about this." And I have to say, Kin Machina, if you at all, at any point, see this video from this piddly-wink Godzilla fan channel on YouTube, I would like to see it.
That's it? No.
That would very much intrigue and interest me. If anyone has followed this channel for any length of time, you would know that I haven't exactly been very pleased with Godzilla's anime outings as of July 20th, 2025. I know O'Shea Jackson Jr., I think, is collaborating with somebody.
I always knew you Dynamite boy.
And they have a design for Gigan within an anime series, I think. But most of the anime-born Japanese media pertaining to Godzilla that we have received as of July 20th, 2025 has not been very good. But this, I think, is excellent. And really, this is kind of what I want from Godzilla in anime. This is kind of an anime-esque sort of design, rather befitting for the fifth form of Shin Godzilla as it could appear in a Shin Godzilla sequel anime series. Nothing would make me happier than to see something like this become official in a piece of Godzilla media in the future. I haven't watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, so I do not know whether Rei or Asuka is best girl. All I know is that he needs to get in the robot. But this concept of Godzilla evolving into a humanoid freak beast kaiju is very interesting to me, and I'm just glad that there are artists within the sphere of online Godzilla fandom that have the tremendous and praiseworthy troves of talent to produce, such as Kid Machina's hypothetical fifth form Shin Godzilla monster. I'm not saying that's what this is. For all I know, his lore could be completely and utterly different and distinct. But when I look at this, that's what I see. Is Shin Godzilla sequel anime. This is what the fifth iteration of Shin Godzilla would have looked like if the transformation and evolutionary process had not been hindered and completely stopped by the coolant. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, I know Shin Godzilla is very popular within certain aspects of the Godzilla fan base. I think I saw a tweet the other day saying we might be getting a sequel to Shin Godzilla. To be 100% honest, as much as I would have liked to have gotten a sequel to Shin Godzilla, I'm kind of okay that the most we ever really got was Shin Godzilla and Shin Ghidorah versus the EVA units, as well as this art by King Machina. I understand to an extent when people get upset that stuff never gets fully resolved in official media, but stuff like King Machina's artwork here kind of makes you realize that after a certain point, an official sequel would kind of pale in comparison to the kind of unique and interesting content that fans of the Godzilla franchise have given us as a result of not getting an official sequel. I mean, just look at Godzilla Save the Earth Melee for something similar, you know? Fan desire for specific breeds of Godzilla-related content will always produce something of high quality. Presumably, it will also produce a lot of things of low quality, but, I mean, I have dunked on the Netflix anime series trilogy of films, and we have gotten Miku Miku Dance animation short films, is the only way I can think of putting it, that vastly outstrip the actual content of those films. So I just wanted to highlight King Machina's brilliant design here. And for the record, I did not monetize this video. So while I do ask that you support this channel, my channel, I also implore that you check out King Machina and support them in all of their artistic endeavors, because we need more stuff like this. The next time a Godzilla movie ends on a cliffhanger, I would love nothing more than to see banger artwork in this vein from King Machina pop up in my Twitter/X timeline. Anyways, that's about all I've got in the tank for this one. I have a lot, and I do mean a lot, of video content that I have recorded today and yesterday that I need to begin the painstaking, arduous process of editing. So I hope you enjoyed the video and showed it some love. I hope you took it easy while you enjoyed listening to me ramble. And until next time, guys, I will catch you on the flip side.
Scientists aren't supposed to fear evolution.